Hey everybody! Thanks for listening to On the Podcast, a short episode format podcast to give you something to do while you kill time doing your business on the pot. Or maybe you're feeling like treating yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. And you're going to get your nails did.
All fancy.
All fancy. Getting a mani-pedi, taking advantage of that massage chair.
Leaves me a little sore.
It's probably worse for your back.
It might be.
But hey, it feels good while it's happening. And it's not going to take a short amount of time, because if it does, you better not pay for that. So you got some time to kill. Put on an episode of our podcast and learn some things while you get fancy, girl.
Get fancy, girl.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Katie. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Katie.
What are we talking about today?
Katie, it is February.
February, the month of love.
It is the month of love. It is also Black History Month.
Oh, yeah. Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month to you. So today we're going to talk about a figure from Black history whose name is Hercules Posey.
Liz, I'm a little embarrassed to say I do not know who that is.
I don't think a lot of people know who that is. That's why we're talking about him today. So there's a book out there, a cookbook out there that you can buy that's called Martha Washington's Cookbook.
Okay.
Yeah. Martha and George Washington, the first president of the United States,
Yes.
and his first lady, the
Lovely.
first lady.
Cool.
They had a cook. They had a cook. They had slaves, and they had cooks cook for them. So I don't believe that Martha Washington actually spent much time
Cooking in the
truly
kitchen.
cooking. So I don't know that her
cookbook
recipes
is
are
hers.
truly hers. But they might very well be Hercules Posey's, because Hercules Posey was their cook, one of their cooks.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So Hercules came into Washington's possession as a collateral for an unpaid loan. And he was first appeared on Mount Vernon's tax records in 1771. Mount Vernon, Virginia, is where George Washington lived.
Yes.
So between George and Martha, they owned 9 slaves. Some of them were Martha Washington's slaves were dower slaves, which basically means you inherit them through marriage. And I don't know if Martha Washington was married previously, or if this was like somebody else's previous marriage that she essentially inherited. So Hercules ended up marrying one of Martha's dower slaves named Alice, and they had 3 children. Now he, like I said, was Martha and George's cook, and he was highly regarded. I mean, like people of the time talked very highly of him, of his skills, that he was upper echelon cook status.
No.
So the capital of the United States at the time was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And George Washington would spend periods of time living in Philadelphia and periods of time living in Mount Vernon, and they would bring their slaves with them. And this is because Philadelphia had a law that if a slave lived in Philadelphia for more than 6 months, they had the right to be emancipated. So good old George Washington would spend 6 months in Philly,
And then bring him
peace
back.
out, and then keep coming back and forth.
Loophole, that George Washington.
It was a loophole. However, it ended up being a really great opportunity for Hercules, because at the time, Philadelphia was the middle of the United States. And so you're getting all sorts of travel throughout the United States as it was at the time. So you're getting different people, cultures. I mean, it's still a new nation, foods. There was trade set up through the Caribbean, so they were getting all sorts of different produce and spices and things from the Caribbean. Same thing with Europe. So at this time in America, like a whole ton of people were coming and going. The oceans were open, and they were making their way through Philadelphia. So it was this like massive hotspot of cultural integration, which is just kind of crazy to think about these days.
Yeah.
You never think about that with Philly. So he ended up picking up all these different techniques and foods, and it ended up crafting just some incredible foods that to this day they say that they don't have any record of, but my suspicion is that Martha Stewart cookbook has a lot of what he... I'm sorry. I bet that Martha Stewart cookbook actually does have some of his recipes, but the Martha Washington cookbook likely has most of his recipes.
Oh, now I want to go look at the recipes.
Yeah. A lot of it influenced American food today.
Yeah.
So likely a lot of it is what we're kind of used to, that we consider American food, that kind of started from his cooking.
That's super cool.
So
wow, that Hercules.
Yeah, so he actually even convinced Washington to allow his son to work with him, which is very cool. So he got to cook with his son. Son got the job. They also allowed him to sell any of the leftovers. It was called slop, and he'd make about $200 a year.
Oh, that's pretty good for him.
Yeah, I mean it equals like right around $4,500 today. But as a slave, like, you're not making any money anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course he's still a slave, so it's not great.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, it was on Washington's birthday.
President's Day.
It was on Washington's birthday. Hercules escaped.
Oh, yeah. Go, Hercules, go.
He escaped. And there was suspicion that he was heading to Philadelphia because he loved it there. I mean, understandably so.
Yeah,
that's where he got
to.
That's where he got to, grow quite a bit in the culinary arts. And then, again, if he was going to be there for 6 months, he would be free. But he was spotted 4 years later somewhere in New York. And the next time that anybody heard of him was they found his grave, and he had died a free man. So
good for him. Go
for
Hercules.
him. Yeah.
Way to impact history and get away from slavery.
So kind of a cool little story about a guy who had an influence on what our president ate and what we Americans get to eat.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Greens. I like Southern food. I bet it's.
I don't know. You're gonna go.
European.
There was a book that was written because again his recipes were lost, but there was a book that was written fairly recently. I don't remember what it's called, but it was written and it chronicles what is assumed to be some of his recipes of the day.
Very cool. I'm gonna go look it up.
Yeah.
But then actually probably not cook any of it. I'm not gonna cook it. Very nice. Thanks for that, Liz.
You're welcome.
And what's that inside my body?
It's probably a little bit of Hercules food.
Probably.
And it's also a little bit of knowledge.
Delicious both ways.
Nom nom.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.